Hello everyone, it's Jawtooth again, and today I'm in Carlisle, Ohio. Downtown Carlisle at the Beechler Road Railroad Crossing. This is CSX. Check this out. We got a train coming right now, and this is where the Dupps Spur meets CSX. A GMS2 sitting over there. We'll talk more about that and get a closer look after this train. Start the video, son. We're going to see if we get some Norfolk Southern too. Here we go. DPU, I see you. Wow, they were in a hurry. What is the hurry anyway? Man, that train was booking. Holy cow. Gates are still down. They were in a big hurry to go somewhere. And that was literally two trains in one. The first section was loaded grain train. Then they had two DPUs with empty coal cars after that. And they're headed southbound on the Toledo sub. Next stop, Queensgate Yard, Cincinnati. All right, we're gonna go across the road and have a look at that GMS2 over there. Talk a little bit about it. It's right over there. It's on the Dupps Spur. Rarely ever does anything happen on that spur. It's always rusty. All right, thanks for watching. That was pretty cool. Hey, check this out. I found this parked on the siding. This is the track, the 5-mile track that goes to Carlisle, the Dupps Spur. And it's got a GMS2 parked on it. CSX has two of these. So what that stands for is Gauge Measurement System. And there's two of them on the CSX system. It puts artificial stress in different directions on the rail to simulate a passing train and measures the amount of deflection caused by the stress to determine if the ties, spikes, and anchor systems are functioning properly. Is that cool or what? And there's this one here sitting in Carlisle on the Dupps Spur. And the Dupps Spur starts right over there. You can see the CSX main line. So right there is where the Dupps Spur starts. Dupps only runs a train every few months or so on this line, which I've been lucky to film a couple times. So this track is almost always rusty, as you can probably tell in this video. Let's just have a look. The rail's always like that, but I do have a couple really good videos of chasing the Dupps train with that little red engine, little GE end cab. You got that one locomotive, and they haul these gigantic food rendering machines on heavy duty flat cars. See my videos of that. All right, let's get a CSX train over here somewhere. It's been kind of a slow day today. But wait, there's more, just like there always is. Hey, I returned over here to the railroad crossing bypass. I've done a few videos on this, but it's been a long time. So if you're not a rail fan and a train comes, you can go underneath the track by taking this road right here, and traffic goes in both directions on this. So if you don't want to wait for a train, you take this bypass, you go underneath of it and come out the other side. It's low though, 10 foot 6 inches. And if you come from that direction coming towards me and the end of the train goes by before you get through that little tunnel right there, then you get stuck here waiting for all the traffic before you can make a left turn here. I've seen that happen. Somebody thinks that they're saving time, and then you wind up sitting there for a few more minutes because traffic gets way backed up from long trains. By the way, that CSX train that I just filmed had 792 axles. Needed 2 more cars, we had 800 axles. That was a long one. Just heard a defect detector go off for that. So let's see if we can get a train over here. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see if anybody uses a bypass. It's just gonna be a little short train, so you might not see it be used. The L04. Here comes someone using it. Look at that. A lot of people using the bypass on a little dinky train. There she goes. Well, that's pretty cool. Let's see if we can get something else while we're up here. Even bicyclists use it. See that? There you go. Hey, I'm in downtown Miamisburg, and I'm at one of my favorite houses right here. This house, right next to the crossing. Look at this. It says, "Beware of trains." And we do have a short train coming. Come from that direction right there. So let's see what happens. Here we go. Building on the left is a dentist. Well, there you go. There's not very many trains on this line right here, Dayton District. You can spend the entire day up here. You can get that local, but you're lucky if you get one or two long trains. There you go, defect detector. So here I am in Hamilton, Ohio, because Miamisburg just didn't have the trains up there. Well, look at this. They took the fence down from around the train station. Got a brand new roof on it, so it's not leaking anymore. I don't know what else is going on, but at least the fence is gone. Looks a lot better if I had that fence around it. And the railroad track is right behind me. There's the Batmobile. The tracks are right over there. The Amtrak Cardinal uses that line down there that crosses the road. See that railroad crossing is way down there? That's the Indy sub. Ties into the Toledo sub. That's where the Amtrak Cardinal goes. When they first moved that station over here, they were talking about trying to get Amtrak service someday to this station right here. It could be done. They do it in Tampa, Florida. They do a long reverse move for the Amtrak train there. So it could be done. They could pull up here. I doubt they'd ever do that though. They have to tie up one of these main lines. Well, let's see. Let's check out the other side too. Might be able to see in one of these windows. It's too dirty, you can't see in there. What about this side? You can't see in them at all. Darn. All right, we'll check one more window, see if we can see inside. You can't see in at all. Too much glare, and the windows are kind of dirty too. There's a little bit of dirt on them. All right, well, there's your update on the Hamilton Depot. It's looking pretty good. Fence is gone. The roof is completely fixed. No more leaking. No more damage to it. Now let's go catch us a train. There you go. You got to see the whole thing. Railroad tracks are right over there. Hey, we got a high rail truck on track 2. There goes the high rail truck, and on track 1 we got a clear signal for a northbound train. See over there on the left? So we're gonna have a northbound train coming through, and it'll have 2 CSX locomotives in the lead. It's going to have 6 boxcars all in a row somewhere in the middle of the train, and it's going to have 3 loads of truck frames, 1 by itself and 2 together, and it'll be coming from that direction right there. That's what I'm waiting on right now. And the train station right there. No fence. Looks so much better without that fence around it. Hey, there's a building for sale right over here, right across the road. Look at there. Right next to railroad tracks. This is where there was another track at one time. You can tell where it was at. See right there where that cars went through? Used to be a connecting track that went from the CSX line right there and came around this way, went around the right hand side of this building. Look at that old building. C.F. Hamilton Substation number 2, it says. Tidy went to Norfolk and Western track right over there. And that building there is shaped like that because of the railroad tracks that used to run next to it. Pretty cool stuff. And I'm starting to hear the train coming. So let's find a spot to get this northbound CSX train. Here we go. Here comes the gates getting activated. This is going to be a good train. It's going to be a long one. If you like boxcars, we got 6 of them. 6 of them all tied together. Got it knocking down the signal. That's railroad jargon, just means the light dropped from green to red. That's the train passed the signal. This is going to be a long train here. It's a good one. There's 1 load of truck frames. Got 2 more just like it. Here comes our half a dozen boxcars. See what kind we got here. That's my favorite regular freight car. Love those boxcars. Looks like a newer car there. And a little tank car with molten sulfur on the end. Well, that was pretty cool. That was a good one. You know what, that might be my best train of the whole day. That was a good one right there. If it would have had some DPUs, it would have been perfect. All right, that's it. Well, thanks for watching. There they go, the signal's all red. Downtown Hamilton, Ohio.
Post 27.7. Track 1. No defects. No defects. Total axle 586. End of transmission.
That's that last train. That was a long one. But wait, we've got more, like we always do. Look at this. Gates are going down. I'm hearing something that sounds like a train. And sure enough, there it is. There you go, got it. Oh, that sounds like a train. Is that a rail fan up there? Sounded like they had a train horn in their vehicle. Well, that was a good train. Let's see, where are they at? I wonder if it's a rail fan. Sounded like a train horn. All right, well, thanks for watching, everyone. Can't believe the sun's out. We had 9 days of rain in a row in Ohio here recently. And today we got perfect weather. Look at this, it's sunny and in the 70s. Pretty nice. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching my video. Had a pretty good day on the railroad again. And if you got time, check out all of my videos. Check out some of my playlists. I got all kinds of playlists. Steam trains and model trains, street runners, all kinds of stuff. And we still have the live action pets and the slideshow coming up. All right, we'll see you later. There's Loki, all excited. I found her ball. I mean, his ball. I found it, and he wants it bad. There it is. Let's go get it. It's been lost for a long time. Finally found it. It was in the barn, pushed up against an old John Deere mower that's been broken down for a few years. Really old mower. It was trapped up against the side of that. Look at him go. He loves that ball. That thing's been missing for months. I finally got most of the yard mowed. It's been really difficult this year. All that rain we had. The 37th worst. Oh, I got in the mud. He doesn't want it over there. I gotta get that out of there. Let's go get that. Mud him pushing around. Oh, look at all the water back here. There he goes. Boy, he really likes that ball. I don't know why, but he sure does. Look at that. He has got the energy. The live action pets in their natural habitat. I think he's wearing himself out. Chessie doesn't have that kind of energy. Good job, Loki. There he is, ready for round 2. Ready to go. All right, here he goes. I'm gonna throw this ball out in the yard somewhere. See, here it is. Let's throw it up here. This is hard to do. There you go. A few minutes ago, he lifted the ball up. He was like he's juggling it with his nose. It was really cool how he did that. Kept it off the ground for like 5 seconds or so. I've still got a lot more mowing to go, but at least I got this part. Good job, Loki. Getting worn out.